Gentlemen, hey, congratulations on your new film, The Hangman.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you
We
so much, Gig. Really appreciate you having us.
no, thank you for speaking to us. We just adore these horror movies, but we have to ask is where the original idea came from for The Hangman.
So I think about 2 years ago, I had a German idea about something in deep Appalachia, West Virginia, father losing his son out there to a cult, and there's this bloodthirsty monster out there. And then I kind of took that to LeJon and kind of was explaining. LeJon and I have worked together on several films over the last 7 years, never in this capacity though. But I kind of explained to him the idea, and we started talking about the idea of the monster being the Hangman. I grew up playing the game. I don't think I really acknowledged how weird of a game it is until I was well into adulthood. But once I did, like, all right, what would he do? How would he operate? What are his kind of powers? And what's the lore? And once we started answering those questions, the movie just kind of started, you know, filling in.
Wow. LeJon, tell us about your journey into this film and why you wanted to star in it.
Oh man, I was well, like I said, me and Bruce have worked together many times before, and I've fallen in love with Bruce's sets and his production and his writing. And when he approached me with the opportunity to have a lead role in it, it wasn't I wasn't probably wasn't going to pass it up regardless of what the role was. But then when he broke it down as far as the father losing his son and deep in the woods and everything, and the battle to get him back, we both tapped into us being fathers and everything, and that made it so much more attractive to accept the role. And when Bruce gave me the homework as far as checking out past horror films like Evil Dead and whatnot, I saw the character of Leon just building in my mind and everything, and it was just so much fun to get into.
Bruce, the setting you have is of West Virginia. Tell us how you pulled it off. Was it really West Virginia in the middle of nowhere?
Uh, there's parts that are certain aerials, wide shots, and stuff. We shot a lot of it in a few other locations. We actually shot the whole movie. There's a lot of locations within the movie. Just we were trying to make it feel like there was almost levels to the movie. You know, as the world got bigger, the character man was kind of going to this next stage. So we shot the movie in three different blocks over the course of last summer, just to make sure that we could really find the perfect spot for each of these moments or each of these stages of the movie. Yeah, so some, like I said, establishing shots and everything like that. A lot of it was shot out in central upstate New York. Again, middle of summer, super green. We're like they but no, the idea, most of like the interiors and everything, we found these old cabins, and then for a different scene, it was an old, more kind of mansiony looking place. But yeah, so that was that we did I did take a drive through there, West Virginia, and just was out of curiosity, and really did discover though, like, how quickly you could get lost out there, and how there's some towns that are very far away, let's say, from any form of law enforcement or anything like that. It's yeah, I think we were trying to lean in a lot to the potential lawlessness of being that far away from everything.
Was the outdoor and night shoots pretty tough?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah.
there's a scene where LeJon's hanging upside down from the gallows over this portal to, or this hole to hell, and we were shooting that to what, 4 or 5 in the morning, and
Yeah.
LeJon
Yeah.
was upside down for most of that time. He had a safe word. Yeah.
Yeah, the safe word was bejabbers. If I said bejabbers, that means we had to shut it down for a second and take a break from the upside down, the blood rushing to the head and everything else. But long nights, long cold, chilly nights as the night went on, man. But I keep talking about it, man. The team was fantastic. Everybody was down for the cause, and that's what made it able to just endure the hard parts. You know, anything that's worth doing shouldn't be easy. And it wasn't easy, but it was definitely worth doing.
LeJon, I have to admire the fact that you weren't afraid to get down and dirty. I mean, you literally get down and dirty. I mean, tell us about doing all those scenes and your own stunts, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's all the John Woods. And I gotta talk about Bruce's homework again. He had me watch Evil Dead 2, which I had not seen prior to, and I apologize to all horror fans about that. But I had not seen it, and Ash in that movie got his ass kicked. I'm like, man, Bruce wants me to do this, and I'm like, wow, okay, well, this is what it is. This is what's going to take. But nobody who wants to be in this business, they don't want to have a half-ass attempt as far as making something good. And we definitely didn't want to have that approach. And I personally didn't want to have that approach. So yeah, that's all the John Woods there. We still got a little bit of pains, a little bumps and bruises, but it's all worth it.
Bruce, the rope scenes. Did you film that in reverse, or you did like stop motion for some of those scenes?
There's a whole bunch of different tricks in there. There's one scene in an old barn where kind of stuff it a rope around a different farm tools is kind of whipping left, right, center, everything like that. That was done with a combination of some reverse stuff, also just swapping out to foam weapons, foam axe or whatever like that, so we can literally just swing it real time, have LeJon actually duck under the axe or duck under the wrench that's flying at him or whatever's going. So yeah, it's a little combination, a lot of reverse. Couple tiny stop motion-ish stuff in there. We try to keep everything practical. There's only maybe a couple tiny VFX things in there, but for the most part, yeah, everything was in camera. That gallows under the portal to hell, under the gallows he's hanging under, that was actually an infinity mirror that just kind of, you look down and there's two mirrors facing each other, so it just looks like it goes down endlessly.
Wow. Well, one more thing before I let both of you go. We have to comment, and this is kudos to the makeup team. Tell us about the look and the acting of, I want to say, Scott, who's the Hangman, in this film.
Yes, Scott Kallenberger. We found him. We were looking for someone to play the Hangman. It's a thankless job, I'll tell you. Like because we had so many locations. Other movies were able to like kind of compress the actual monster makeup stuff so we can get as much coverage as we can in over a couple days. He had to be in every scene, or every scene he's in was a completely separate location in a different place. And it was about 5 hours of makeup each time, 6 hours. Yeah, he was up early with our main makeup artist, Jess Hedrick, who just did an amazing job between the hair and the face and everything. And then once Scott kind of stood up with it, and he's 6'5" and
Yes.
very slender, it all kind of came together. It was there's a couple of times in there where our the camera operator there's a shot in the beginning where he's staring up at the Hangman as the Hangman's kind of pulling the rope, and our camera operator is like, this is scaring me on set right now. So that's when we knew it was working.
No, I gotta tell you, Gil, he was Scott's an all-star, man. He was the absolute best as far as just understanding the role and everything, understanding all of the hard work it's going to take to like I said, like at the very least 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours of makeup each and every time, man. But man, he was already, and to be as tall as he is, and he just really brought out the most menacing parts of the Hangman. So I was so proud of him.
Most
Grateful to have him.
definitely. Don't want to wake up to the Hangman. So,
At all.
gentlemen, thank you very much for carrying this conversation with us about the Hangman. Everyone needs to check it out very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gib.